Hello, Ninko.
Hi. You know why the ratings are so high? Because you guys are forcing me to listen to you at 12 o'clock midnight, 4:30 in the morning. You're on. Then you come on at 6 a.m. It's like, come on, you're always on. Put some music on. Anyway, okay. So this is what and I was listening to Wiggy. I actually worked out in the morning, so I work out at 5 a.m. And I listen all the time. So anyway, the problem with a lot of these players is they've been coddled since they were 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, high school. Which college you want to go to? Oh, let me sit down and have 5 hats in front of me, and I'll pick one up and put it down, and I'll shake my head, and I'll put another one on, then I'll take it off, and I'll rip my shirt off, and guess what? I have a different shirt on with a different school. And then, the first year I didn't start, so I'm going to leave, and I'm going to go somewhere else, and another coach is telling me how great I am and how good I am, and I can do whatever I want at any point. And then when you finally have to have discipline with a career and as a professional, what's that song by? Is it Kanye West? Hey, wait till I get my money right. You can't tell me nothing right.
Yes.
You got some of these guys that have $50 million, $70 million. I don't know. What's he made so far? Career earnings probably $70 million, $75 million.
More
I
than
don't
that.
know.
Yeah, he's probably made more than
So
that.
$100 million.
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel can't tell him.
$1,500 fine.
Mike
What's a
McDaniel can't.
$15,000 fine?
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't care about the fine.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
But you gotta but Nick, you gotta.
My interest makes.
But look at who's doing a great job. Look at Sean Payton, right? You got to be able to lay down. You got to be able to. My thing, Nick, is you can't blur the lines as a coach and a friend. And I think too many of some of these. I don't want to say young guys because they're not all young, but just this, I need to be your friend way of thinking. I'm more than just your coach. I think you have to eliminate that.
You want them to like you. That's the bad part.
Right,
Mike McDaniel, I think, wants his players to like
rather
him.
than,
think
hey,
he's cool.
Hey, listen, I'm not here for you to like me. Here's where the line is drawn, and here's how we do things. And I think Sean Payton has done a good job of, we criticized him for jumping down Russell Wilson's ass last year.
Yeah.
And then look what he kind of did to Bo Nix this year. But he's able to create that line.
I think Dan Campbell is the same thing.
Right.
I think when he needs to be tough, he's...
Guys, Dan Campbell, I would assume that if you walked in the locker room and asked guys, what do you think of Dan Campbell, they love him, right?
Yeah.
Because they understand that he was former player. He knows what they're going through. He knows the mental, the physical struggle. Yeah, he also knows the toughness side of things. But his first year, he was a 3-win guy, right? Mm-hmm. There's growing pains to finding the right players. And now you can't just walk into a situation and look at a roster and say, okay, these guys I'm going to win with and these guys I'm not going to. You have to go through a process to find out, okay, how much does this mean to this person or this player? Tyreek Hill, maybe, okay, whoever it is. I don't know if Tyreek Hill was late. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But if a guy is a repeat offender, right, not accountable, doesn't show up on time, I can't count on that guy to do the right thing when the game's on the line.
I think
it
we
takes
can
time to figure that out.
I think we can assume it was Tyreek Hill because he was frequently doing 180 miles an hour so he could get there on time.
Yes.
And he made $120 million through the season as an NFL.
120 million.
Okay.
Not bad.
Cut it in half. That's what taxes. The Uncle Sam will take half. But anyway, so he's got 60 in the bank, and then however many kids he had this year, that's going to take a lot out of that. But anyway, you have to look at it in a sense of every year. Now, Wiggy, when we played in a time when we walked into a building, we had to pay our dues. It was the culture was built on paying your dues.
Mm-hmm.
I know I got to run down on kickoff. I know even if you're a first round pick in 2006, you ran down on kickoff. You had to pay your dues.
Yeah.
Now nobody wants to pay any dues. No, I want to make the kids out of college. I want to make $250,000 a year. Well, guess what, kid? You're going to make 40. You know what I'm saying? We have a culture and a society based on right now. Oh, I want everything right now, and that's not the way it works in football. You have to pay your dues. You got to earn your stripes.
Robert, thank you. I appreciate the call.
Thank you
for listening.
I'm out of here.
All right,
that's Rob Ninkovich.
Enjoy the workout.
Everyday listener to this program.
But you can do it. You know who I think holds guys accountable, and he's a young coach, is Kevin O'Connell in Minnesota. It's about holding guys accountable.
But we've also played the clip of him like clearly like buddies with Sam Darnold.
I think that's his communication, but I bet you guys don't show up late to meetings.
But
exactly, but that's establishing a culture and getting guys that buy in. Wig, I think, I think Ninko nailed it. Like it's about finding the right guys that want to buy into what you're selling.
So
you
why
have to
did
be a
guys
good
buy in
salesman
last
as a
year?
coach. To who?
Dedrick Wise,
Because it's Bill Belichick.
No,
right?
they
Because
had the same record.
No. I'm just saying the buying in the sense of not showing up late, other than Jack Jones that we know about. The fact that guys are, and I felt like
I think they were afraid of what would happen if they didn't.
Accountability.
They weren't down in Providence at 2 a.m., getting arrested.
But it's about accountability because Bill would sit their ass.
So.
Wait, didn't we have to suspend the punter last year too, or is that 2 years ago?
I don't remember.
No, I don't think last year.
But the thing about Dan Campbell that we all forget is that he has been this guy the entire time.
Yeah.
Which is why it's working now. Is that if you are authentically you will succeed or fail, but you won't have people that choose not to listen at some point. Yeah. Dan Campbell finally got a roster that was good enough that bought into him, and he hasn't changed.
By the way, a texter pointed this out on the Subaru of New England text line. Giant 5 a.m. gym flex from Rob Ninkovich.
I think he's a 12-3-30 guy, just goes,
He might be doing the full 75.
Yeah, ooh.
All right, well.
It's good for your buns.
Thank you.